Hey guys, how's it going? Awesome. Okay, so what day is it today? It's New Guitar Day! Woohoo! Okay, despite what the previous clip just showed you, I did not actually in fact find this guitar in the woods. Although I may as well have done because it did seem a little bit like divine intervention. Let me explain. For a long time, ever since I was like a teenager, I've always wanted a white Stratocaster with a rosewood fretboard, you know, in the 60s style headstock and all that kind of thing. And I never actually went out and bought one. I sort of like got sidetracked by like cheaper deals and you know, guitars that like sort of I fancied at the time, I suppose. But you know, in my heart, I always wanted like a white Stratocaster. I just never bought one basically. And a little while ago, as a lot of you guys know, I went for a bit of a rough patch and I didn't film any videos or anything. I was just kind of in a bad place and not really doing very well. So I actually ended up having a little bit of a breakdown and I ended up giving away a load of my guitar equipment, like a bass guitar, my Telecaster, and like a bunch of pedals and stuff, and an amplifier, and yeah, just a bunch of gear that like I sort of didn't want to get rid of, but I was kind of in a rough spot and I just wanted to do something good to try and make myself feel better, so I did that. And yeah, the stuff's gone now and I hope it's gone to a good home, but yeah, I don't know, whatever, right? Now, I went round to see my friend Danny, who is somebody that I used to work with quite a long time ago. We only worked together for a couple of years or a few years or something, but we formed quite a good friendship and we kind of got ourselves through those like long 12-hour shifts back in the day. Yeah, and we sort of stayed in contact even after I left, which was, you know, gone about 10 years ago now. Yeah, we stayed in contact kind of on and off, but you know, there was always like, you know, mutual friendship there. We always had time for each other. And you know, about a year or so ago, I started going around his quite often, you know, to sort of like, you know, rekindle the friendship, I guess, and you know, sort of keep in contact. And yeah, it was really cool. Like I'd go around there and we'd talk about old times, and you know, I'd play on his guitars because basically, if there's a guitar in the room, I probably will play with it at some point and just make some horrible noises. But yeah, he had a white Stratocaster, an Ibanez guitar, and then some acoustics as well, and a bass I think that I played around with a few times. But I did particularly like his white Stratocaster. As I said, I'd always had my eye on one, so it was something that I'd always sort of wanted to add to my arsenal, so to speak. We were talking about at one point him selling it to me, but then he said he didn't want to, and then a bit later on he said that he would sell it to me again, so I was just kind of saving up the money for it, and yeah, because money's a bit tight at the moment, I was kind of putting away some money for it and, you know, thinking about buying it possibly in the future. And yeah, we were just sat there having a cup of tea and just talking, and you know, I was telling him what was going on with my life at the time and the fact that I wasn't particularly doing very well and I wasn't in a very good place mentally or just in general. And unexpectedly and very generously, after having listened to my story, he came into the room and just handed me the guitar and said, "It's yours, you can have it." And you know, I was very surprised. I was kind of like, "Oh, dude, you know, I can't take it for nothing. It's so nice, kind of thing. It's such a nice guitar." And he goes, "No, you deserve it. You know, you can play and you know you enjoy it. So just take it. It's, you know, it's something that I want you to have." And yeah, I was very taken aback and I was a bit surprised, but obviously very happy because you know it's a lovely guitar and it's a guitar that I've wanted for a very long time. I still do feel kind of guilty about taking it, but. Yeah, I don't know, I just hope he doesn't regret it, I suppose, giving it to me. But yeah, it's definitely inspired me to start playing the guitar again. Yeah, I pick it up pretty much every day and just like noodle around with it and just have fun with it. And you know, I know something as superficial as a guitar shouldn't inspire you to create music and to sort of like have fun with music, but it definitely helps. It's a very comfortable guitar to play. I just love Stratocasters in general, they're my favourite design of a guitar. And every single one that I've got three. They've all got a different neck on them as well, so this one just, yeah, it's like another difference, you know, it's another different guitar within the Stratocaster realm, I suppose. What I'm basically saying is, Danny, thank you so much for the guitar, I really do appreciate it, it means the world to me, thank you. Okay, so onto the guitar itself. It is an Olympic white Mexican-made Fender Stratocaster. All of my Stratocasters are Mexican-made Stratocasters. They're just as good as the American-made ones, but literally half the price. So it's kind of a no-brainer, really. Yeah, it's got the 60s style headstock, rosewood fretboard, and yeah, just standard Stratocaster. Although, when I got it, it did have the 3 single coil pickups, whereas I changed it over to a DiMarzio chopper mini humbucker, just because I love humbuckers in the bridge position. It's my sound, it's what I do, so yeah. So I suppose you could now say that my Fender Strat with the Seymour Duncan hot rails in the bridge position now has a partner of a white Stratocaster with a DiMarzio chopper in the bridge position. What I've basically decided to do here is have a Kurt Cobain Stratocaster and a Billy Corgan Stratocaster. Although Kurt Cobain would have the rosewood fretboard and Billy Corgan would have the maple fretboard, I've kind of swapped them over and jumbled it up a bit. So yes, this is kind of like my interpretation of having Kurt Cobain and Billy Corgan's guitars merged together, I suppose. Okay, so basically this is now my new #1 guitar. This is the one that I play all the time. It's the one that I pick up and noodle around with if I'm just like sort of mucking around, or if I'm trying to learn a song, I'll tend to go to this one now. I've got 2 songs in the works at the moment, which I'm going to try and record for you and do a cover of for you. So, you know, please be patient. Obviously it's taken me a bit of time to sort of get everything sorted out and get my head sorted because I'm a bit but yeah, I'm also suffering with a bit of tennis elbow and my wrists are still a pain in the arse, so I'm not making excuses, I am just explaining why I'm not doing videos as often. I hope you enjoyed the video. I had a lot of fun doing the bit at the beginning particularly. It was fun to sort of go out into the woods with a guitar and sort of have people look at you funny and all that kind of thing. It's always a laugh. Yeah, I sort of thought like, you know, I'll do something interesting to introduce this guitar to all of you. Not that a lot of you probably care very much, but you know, for me, this is something that inspires me to do videos and to play music, so I think it's relevant to the situation. Yeah, I just thought it would be cool to sort of like, you know, film a video of me sort of receiving a guitar out of nowhere that I wasn't expecting, basically. Which is pretty much what happened, you know. A good friend of mine basically gave me an awesome guitar, and I really hope that he doesn't regret it, and yeah, I don't know. I promise you, Danny, it's gone to a good home and it will be looked after. I'm sorry that I modded it. I know I didn't tell you I was going to do that, but it's just something I do to all my guitars. I always change the bridge pickup. You know, even my first Fender that I ever got, the blue one, I put a Seymour Duncan JB humbucker in the bridge. So yes, there's a bit of a trend there. I do tend to put humbuckers in the bridge position. This guitar is filthy. I kind of like it though. It's kind of like battered and bruised, and it's you know, it's had a hard life kind of thing. Awesome guitar. But yeah, like I said, this is now my new #1, so this is the one that I go to every time I'm inspired to play, so that's awesome. Yeah, there's not really much more to say, so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to hit like and subscribe. Maybe give me some suggestions of songs that you would like me to do. Keep it easy because I'm still sort of like reacquainting myself with the guitar and everything and the recording process and all of that. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys, you know... What was I going to say? Yeah, just stay cool, be good to each other, and yes, hopefully I shall come back with a cover as soon as possible. Take it easy, guys. Peace. Bye.